I'ma roll with the click, yeah. I'ma roll with the click. I'ma roll with the click, ooh. I keep a pole in the whip. I switch the swag with legit, and boy, you know I got the drip. These haters mad cause I'm lit. But watch your girl take a sip, bitch. I'ma roll with the click. I keep a pole in the whip. I switch the swag with legit, and boy, you know I got the drip. These haters mad cause I'm lit. But watch your girl take a sip. I'm trapping on the low, that's how it goes. Moved up out the hood, bitch, I had to find my nose. Moved to the other side, house saying adios. Niggas out here getting mad, they try to do the most. I hit you with this phone, I turn you to a ghost. These niggas talking jokes, talking about he tryna roast. I pull up on the side, I'm stacking chips, I'm getting close. These niggas out here told you from the jump, don't come approach. For real, I'm trapping in the field. My niggas out here thugging, but I gotta keep the steel. Hey, fuck how niggas feel, this shit done got way too real. Bitch, I'ma roll with the clip. I keep a pole and do it. I switch the swag with legit, boy, you know I got the trick. These haters mad cause I'm lit. But watch your girl take a sip, bitch, I'ma roll with the clip. I keep a pole and do it. I switch the swag with legit, boy, you know I got the trick. These haters mad cause I'm lit. But watch your girl take a sip. I'm trapping in and out, man, I gotta hit these routes. I know these niggas looking, bitch, ain't clearing up no clout. Them hoes that used to hate me, now she sit back and she pout. I'm out here in these streets and I ain't worrying about a thing. I'm out here for real, without a deal. My nigga trapping, bitch, I'm still up in the field. Had to keep it real, cause that shit got really real. You feel me, you feel me. I'm trapping on the low, my niggas out here thugging, but I gotta keep the steel. Hey, fuck how niggas feel, this shit done got way too real. Bitch, I'ma roll with the click, I keep a pole and do it. I switch the swag with legit, and boy, you know I got the trip. These haters mad cause I'm lit. But watch your girl take a sip, bitch, I'ma roll with the clip. I keep a pole and do it. I switch the swag with legit, and boy, you know I got the trip. These haters mad cause I'm lit. But watch your girl take a sip. It's that Lauderdale talk, Lauderdale bop. Pull up on your block, niggas say they gon' pop. Ooh, pull up in that drop, ooh, nigga in that new coupe. Pull up, nigga, baby blue, thinking that he new stoop. Out here for real, without a deal. My niggas thuggin', bitch, I'm still up in the field. Had to keep it real, cause that shit got really real. You feel me, you feel me. I'm trapping on the low, my niggas out here thuggin', but I gotta keep the steel. Hey, fuck how niggas feel, this shit done gotten way too real. I'ma roll with the click, I keep a pole and do it. I switch the swag with legit, and boy, you know I got the drip. These haters mad cause I'm lit. But watch your girl take a sip, bitch, I'ma roll with the click. I keep a pole and do it. I switch the swag with legit, boy, you know I got the drip. These haters mad cause I'm lit. But watch your girl take a sip.
Welcome to the very first episode of that Angry Man podcast. Thank y'all for coming and tuning in. I am your boy, Mr. Unknown, aka the angriest of the angry. And like I said, if you are here, welcome at our very first episode of the Angry Man podcast. Come on, give yourself a round of applause. Y'all did it, man. Y'all did it. Y'all are here. In the Angry Man podcast, what we aim to do is discuss those hot button topics, those things that grind our gears, those things that grind our gears, those topics that grind our gears and boils our blood without fear of repercussion, retaliation, or anything. We don't care. We'll say it completely unadulterated and unfiltered. So again, give yourselves a round of applause for coming here. Let's have a round of applause for our lovely introduction music by Big Large called Roll with the Click, which can be found on his debut album, Trap and R&B Volume 1. Thank you, Big Large. We love you, man. We love you, man. Thank you for supplying us with that lovely intro. And yes, you guys got to roll with us, man. Roll with us in this movement, on this journey of being angry and not caring about it. And speaking of rolling, today's episode discussion, we talking about some people that are rolling that say that they're rolling and they put it on the hood. Yeah, that's right. We're talking about that big U enterprise, that big U enterprise indictment that just came down recently within the last few weeks. We're going to be discussing that and see how these people got themselves in this predicament and why it's something to make us completely angry, but not for the reasons you're thinking. So let's get right into it. Without further ado, let's start with first a newscast of Big U. And again, or just before we get started, if you don't know who Big U is, Eugene Henley Jr., also known as Big U, Big Draws, David Austin, a self-proclaimed, I mean, not even self-proclaimed, maybe even a so-called leader of the Rolling 60s Crips. Some people call him Big Homie, the biggest of the biggest, right? He was also a self-proclaimed community activist with his organization Developing Options. Also a member or a participant of the GRID program out in Los Angeles, which is all about intervention, gang intervention. But yet somehow this person who is supposed to be reformed and a devout Muslim has caught themselves in quite a predicament here, being indicted by the federal government on a plethora of charges. So without further ado, let's get into our first video clip so you can hear some more about these charges.
And in fact, we're following several breaking news stories at this hour. We begin with that South LA man who the feds say used taxpayer money and donations to fund gang activities. In the past hour, we've learned that Eugene Henley Jr. and Brian Mejia were taken into custody. Henley Jr. is a longtime leader of the Rolling 60s Crips, according to the FBI. But in recent years, he worked in entertainment and ran a youth charity that the acting U.S. attorney now says was a front for his criminal enterprise. NBC4's Camilla Rambaldi live in downtown L.A. with the very latest developments on this. Camilla?
Yeah, hi, Colleen. 19 defendants in total in connection to this criminal enterprise. At least two of them appeared in federal court earlier today. And now, as you mentioned, Eugene Henley and another fugitive are now in custody tonight in connection to this case.
19 people have been indicted. So-called Big Homie, so-called Muslim. His activities got 19 plus people indicted in a federal case, which includes racketeering, human trafficking, and murder. Does that sound like someone that's reformed to you? Mind you, this person has spent over a decade in the in the prison system. But yet, for some reason, they weren't reformed. You know why? Because many would say the prison system in itself is a joke. There's no reformation in the prison system. People come out hardened criminals, and they try and try again, for the most part. Maybe some people do change their life around, they get scared straight, but for the most part, It's a cycle. That's why they have a lot of recidivism. It's a revolving door. You go in, you come back out. You go in, you come back out until they just throw you under the jail. And remember, prisons are a big money-making scheme. They make billions of dollars every single year. But let's continue on with some more of this story right here.
A known community activist and founder of a youth nonprofit in South LA now facing federal charges.
A career criminal known as Big U.
Eugene Henley is accused of being a longtime leader of the Rolling 60s Crips street gang.
A longtime leader of the Rolling 60s Crip gang. What up, cuz? What's up, cuz? This man was out here known as a leader, and he was called a career criminal. If you heard that last clip, a career criminal. A career criminal. He hasn't retired. He's still on the job. And what is he doing? Racketeering, allegedly. Human trafficking, allegedly. And murder, allegedly. And who are these victims? People that look just like him. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy, the self-hate that we show as human beings? The fact that we could turn around and look at people that look just like us and want to commit harm against them? We are some sick individuals, man. Very sick.
Federal prosecutors say Henley ran a criminal enterprise and is accused of a number of crimes, including racketeering, human trafficking, fraud, and the 2021 murder of a musician.
He has maintained the image of an entertainment industry entrepreneur running a music label and of somebody who gives back to the community here in Los Angeles. The facts alleged in the complaint paint a very different picture.
He was putting up a front, according to this man, as someone well known within the music industry. I never heard of him involved in anything involved in music, ever. Besides his short-lived run with Nipsey Hussle. And it should be known that Nipsey Hussle, as soon as he got to the height of career, he passed away, as well as trying to distance himself from this man. So what is going on there? Can he take claim for the success of Nipsey Hussle? I think not. He cannot have claim to any success that we know of, but allegedly he's known within the music industry. What was he doing? Shaking down people? So is the rumor. Again, these are things that are well known and have been put out within the last few weeks about this particular individual. But the fact that he's in this predicament right now, he has no one to blame but himself. No one to blame but himself. Because you search for the limelight and you try to still hold on to the old ways that you had, trying to intimidate people when you're supposed to be reformed. If these allegations are true, then you are a piece of garbage and you deserve the greatest punishment that comes to you because you committed these crimes against your own people. Let's hear some more of what this person has to say about Mr. Eugene Henley.
It is one of a murderer, a thief, a liar.
Federal authorities say there are other alleged gang members facing charges they say are connected to the criminal enterprise. A number of arrests were made this week. These sketches show two defendants, Sylvester Robinson and Mark Martin, in federal court Wednesday afternoon.
4 of the 19 defendants were already in custody, and 10 defendants were taken into custody in the last 24 hours.
Court documents also state Henley fraudulently obtained funding from the city of Los Angeles through the Gang Reduction Youth Development Foundation. Henley was the founder behind the nonprofit Developing Options that helps support at-risk youth.
So they're definitely going to try to get him for some type of embezzlement of funds. He took government funds under the guise of committing criminal acts. That's exactly what they're saying. And the feds don't play. When they want you, they want you. And when they got you, they got you. The only way he's going to get out of this particular jam is if he cooperates. And, you know, these old guys especially try to portray this no snitching, no cooperation with the police, especially these old gangbangers that claim to be the big homie, the biggest of the biggest homie. Let's see what happens if he gets out with no jail time, no type of convictions. He must be running a fish market. He must be running a goddamn fish market and selling the best fish out there, because something smells really fishy with that situation, wouldn't it? Well, let's see. Let's hear what these people got to say.
Duped the county of Los Angeles by running a nonprofit named Developing Options, which was set up to pull youth out of the gang life and promote anti-gang solutions. Yet Mr. Henley continued to personally orchestrate violent gang activity that impact our communities.
Court documents state Henley had drawn hundreds of thousands of dollars for his own use.
Mr. Henley is accused of embezzling donations made by celebrities, professional athletes, and businesses to his charity.
Didn't I say that? Embezzlement? They want to get him. And again, it's not hard to get people on embezzlement if you really want to. I guarantee you, if they worked as hard to pursuing this man for his alleged crimes as they did for certain government officials, a lot of people will be indicted for embezzlement, racketeering. A lot of people will have a RICO on them. Yet, they pick and choose who they want to go for. Isn't that a coincidence? And why all of a sudden they want to go for him? These are things you got to think about, man. These are things you have to think about. I'm just here delivering the news, sharing the story with you, because me hearing this really made me angry for a plethora of reasons. And I'm going to give you some of these reasons. This man did it to himself. He is not innocent. Here we go with another example of him talking on the internet, mind you. This old man is on the internet posturing. For what reason? And this is after he's allegedly reformed and he's supposed to be helping the community. Let's hear the help that he's providing to the community, shall we?
So much gangbanging from dudes in my whole entire life. I'm sorry. In my life, where people are just telling on themselves on the internet. I ain't never seen that before. And I'm talking about my own boys. All this 6-0 stuff and gang.
So he's saying there's just too much gang banging on the internet and a lot of people are telling on themselves. Yet I guarantee you, if you just search, there's going to be clips of him telling on himself. The big homie. So if your homeboys are doing it, who did they learn it from, big homie? Huh? Who did they learn it from? You cannot preach to the converter. You have to lead by example. And the examples that you were putting out there allegedly aren't one to be followed because you're caught in a situation. Here we go with a video clip about some self-snitching. Mind you, remember, he's from California. They got this whole thing about checking in, as if it's a hotel. Are we checking in? We have reservations somewhere? Why the hell am I checking in with you anywhere? I'm a man that was granted the will to walk this earth. Why should I have to check in with you? And who are you telling to check in? People that look like you, right? That's what make these people scum, because they want to go and exploit their own. They have no backbone or energy for other people, other communities, the ones that oppress and downtrodden them. They prey on the weak. Let's hear about this checking in.
Movie production in the hood. That's how we do it, young man.
Top flight, baby. Security.
GB running this here movie set in the hood.
Come on out here.
Coming out here and checking in with GB, getting his movies done. You better know it. You know what I mean? Anytime you want to do movies in the hood, just check it in. We can make sure it's done. Movies, videos. But if you don't check it in,
Oh, well. Let's go check your ass out.
we're going to check you in, all right? We're going to check in all of your equipment.
You heard that? Movie production going on in the hood, and you got to check in. That's what this man just said. That sounds like extortion to me. Why should I have to come to your neighborhood and check in with you to do anything? If I went to the proper channels, which is the city and the local government, and got the proper permits, why am I checking in with you about anything? And why should I feel threatened by you because you feel you have some type of entitlement or power? Do you own those blocks? I think not. Just because you own a home, possibly, within that particular neighborhood does not make you a landowner. You don't own that block. You don't own your neighborhood. You don't run anything, especially if you can barely run your damn household. You don't run anything. Why am I checking in with you, sir? And this is the problem with people, this gang banging culture. They think because we grew up in the neighborhood, we have claim to it, but you don't own any real businesses in that neighborhood. You don't own any real land. Even if you own your home, you're still paying taxes on the land. So that means you still pay someone to have that land. You're renting that land, even if you paid off your entire mortgage. And if you didn't pay off your mortgage, guess what? You are borrowing your home from the bank. But it's the hood. It's the hood. This is where we from. This is where we grew up at. That's fine and dandy, but you don't own a goddamn thing. How about instead of telling people to check in, you teach people how to check out a piece of land. Check out how to get educated enough so that they can be productive members in society and possibly build their own communities, a self-sustaining community. Instead of building a self-sustaining community, you want to have the community continue to be torn down by this type of behavior. This is what makes people like this, pieces of garbage. And this is why these people deserve what they get if found guilty. They should be held accountable because the people within their neighborhoods, the people that surround them, that enable them, they have no backbone to hold them accountable. They're just as guilty and culpable, which makes them pieces of garbage. Stand on your 2 feet, grab your nuts, and speak up against injustice that's going on in your hood that's affecting not only you, but your future generations to come. Especially if you don't have a plan to get out of that neighborhood. Why are you enabling this type of behavior and this mindset, which is poisoning the future generations? Check in. This dude needs to get checked out of society and confined if found guilty of these atrocities.
Everybody know me, I'm a taker. If I go to take something from you, nigga, I'm not gonna apologize to you. If I drop down to that level and go do something, I'm doing it. So take that from that. And I ain't never stole nothing from nobody, period. I don't know how to do it. Yeah. I took it all. No, I'm saying.
On the internet saying, everybody knows that I'm a taker. I take things. So you are telling on yourself, which is why when you tell people to check in, or we're going to take some stuff, they should believe you because you went on the internet and said that I'm a taker. I take things. I don't steal. I just take it. If I want it, I'm going to take it. But who are you taking it from? Did you take anything from JP Morgan? Did you take anything from Bank of America? How about Citigroup? No? You didn't take anything from them? Did you take anything that will bring value to not only your community, but surrounding communities, or your people as a whole? Or did you just take for selfish means and gains? Because if you did that, you shouldn't be bragging about being a taker. You fake the funk. You don't care about the people and their well-being. You only care for self. You care for the people that have your back or follow what you say. Your yes men, the do boys that you surround yourself with, which is so easy for you to go and say these things because you think that you are untouchable. But like I said, when the feds want you, the feds gonna get you. And right now, you're taking naps in prison. They're telling you when to sleep. They're telling you when to eat. Every action that you take right now is being told to you, all because you wanted to portray this lifestyle, have this type of persona. This is nothing to be glorified. But yet, there's going to be people out there say, free the big homie, free Unc. And that's another thing. Why the hell are a grown man calling another man Unc? Is this man kin to you? Why are you calling him Unc? They do it all the time. They think it's a sign of respect. But yet, if he was really your family, he would want to see you do better and not lead you down a path of destruction. So he should not be called Unc. You people need to realize that this is not behavior that should be glorified. It should not be glorified. It should be admonished. These people should be held accountable. Who is going to speak up against this type of behavior? Not only for themselves, but for the future generations. Who's going to grow a backbone and say enough is enough? Not too many people have the guts to stand up against injustice. They just speak about it. But who's actually going to be on the front line and willing to be a martyr for it? Not too many martyrs nowadays. Society has made us weak. We are broken down to a pulp. We've been beaten, and we continue to allow people to kick our backs in while the 1% continue to get richer and more powerful, and the rest of us continue to struggle. And then we take out those struggles and burdens on each other instead of taking out those burdens and struggles against the people who put us in these predicaments every single day. That's some new type of slavery. And it's not even new. They just found a way to replace the chains and still keep us in chains. And it's not a race thing, because 90% of this country is not one race or ethnicity. The entire world has been subjugated to the powers that be that won't allow you to thrive and be successful. Why is it, especially in this country, we have to work like a dog for the majority of our life to not be able to enjoy it and still struggle when we retire? Some people can't even retire nowadays. Why is that? Because we have been failed. And then we turn around and fail each other.
So this is gonna probably be my last video. I'm gonna go turn myself in to see what's going on. They talking about I'm a fugitive. So they just raided all my houses. 600 was actually with the police when they raided my house.
For context, which we'll get even more detailed later on, 600, a person who's talking about, not only is a internet personality nowadays, but he is a member of the same tribe or gang that this guy is a part of. And he is sitting there and mentioning his name. People, if you don't understand gang rules, by him doing that and saying, hey, this person was there when I was getting locked up, he is subliminally putting it out there that he has something to do with me getting locked up. So the people that look up to him would want to take action. Don't believe me? Go read the indictment That's exactly what they said he did based off of this particular video.
He's actually got video and footage of it, so y'all know what y'all dealing with. And I just want to say this to y'all. When they raided my houses and my property, they was asking about whack, loose cannon, 600, and this internet stuff.
They were asking about certain individuals. Why does the internet need to know about that? Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Why is this video even out there? Why couldn't you just keep your mouth shut, go and turn yourself in? You know why? Because clout is a hell of a drug. Also, you want to put certain things out there, allegedly. I'm still going to say allegedly, even though the government, who is accusing this man of making these threats to put things out there, so people who are free can go and take action against the people that you deem your enemies. Mind you, every single person he mentioned looks just like him, so those are your enemies. Please continue adding to the population control, because that's what they want, and you're doing a mighty fine job. He might be free. If he knows someone powerful enough, he just might be free. This is the silliest thing I've ever seen in my life. You told on yourself and you continue to tell yourself, even when you're going to turn yourself in. Does that sound like a person that should be looked up to? Does that sound like a person that should be revered as a hero? I think not. It sounds like a person who's not thinking clearly, because a smart person would never have done that. Or a smart lawyer, if you have one, would have advised you against that action. They would have told you, keep your mouth shut and go turn yourself in. We'll deal with it later.
All of y'all filed. All y'all who be sending shit around the internet, all y'all who be promoting and listening to what these saying, all y'all giving these likes and hidden likes, all y'all supporting this. All y'all guilty of this shit. If you have something against a black man, you should handle it with a black man in the streets.
Then he tries to pull the race card. Sad attempt from a desperate man. A black man, and if you got a problem with a black man, then handle it in the streets. While you're on the internet, you're not handling anything in the streets. You're on the internet, and you're talking about people should be ashamed. Then you should be ashamed of the alleged crimes that you committed. You should be ashamed of the actual crimes that you did commit in the past, because you do have a record, and you went on the internet and said that you're a taker. You went on the internet and said people better check in. So why aren't you ashamed of that? Somebody explain this to me. Why aren't you ashamed of those particular actions, but you want other people to be ashamed of sharing videos of the dumb stuff that you and the people that you mentioned put online for the world to see? Because they shared it? You have no one to be mad at but yourself. Let that be clear. He has no one to be mad at but himself. This is ridiculous, people. Let's hear what another defendant on the case has to say about checking in.
Checking in is just a way of letting people know where you're at so you can get robbed.
That's fact. We know when you're getting off the plane, we know what hotel or Airbnb you're going to. You shouldn't do it at all. Come on the plane, get 2 hotel rooms, 1 for partying in and then 1 to sleep in. And do not get no Airbnb. That's easy access. These young are starving.
You heard that? The big homie, the biggest of the biggest homie, said to go check in. His defendant said, you shouldn't be checking in because it's easy access. We know where you at and we gonna come get you. So why are you checking in? Why is he telling you to check in? So he can send the little homies to come get you and then run a play on you. And then once he runs the play on you, he's gonna act like he's gonna help you, charge you for helping you, and get double the take. And then have you in their pocket for the future. It's all an extortion thing. You want to be safe when you go to certain places? Don't tell anybody and stay out of trouble. Mind your business, stay out of trouble, and don't tell anybody. I've traveled this entire country, and thankfully, I have yet to find any real trouble. I didn't check in with anybody. There was no one to extort me. Always be prepared for anything that life throws at you. Have a plan and have a backup plan and a backup plan to the backup plan. Stay on your guard. Keep your head on a swivel and be prepared to defend yourself by any means necessary. No matter what your state says, as per the federal constitution, you have the right to bear arms. And I love the fact that I do. I'd rather get caught with it than without it, especially when it means defending my family. And don't check in.
Meek Mills, stop acting like you were just this super tough. Listen, you got into it. You got caught. You start doing the Twitter fingers on Twitter, telling me I'm coming down to LA and nobody gonna stop me.
He's over here telling a story about a rapper who had some type of success named Meek Mill, who was on Twitter bragging and boasting, posturing. Again, it's like certain communities in certain industries, people like to posture and peacock a lot. They like to act tough. For what reason? Why are you acting so tough? Even the toughest people in the world can still be touched. So why are you acting so tough? But yet he's talking about that and he's going to explain a story in relation to that.
You start tapping in with flipping in from Inglewood families.
He's allegedly a rolling 60 Crip, flipping them from Inglewood families. They gave him information on this rapper, trying to tap in or check in with them. And it could be very believable because the rapper's an outsider and these guys are from LA. Some people might believe it, some people might not. But I'm just giving you guys context to what he's saying for those who might not understand.
And they call. Like, he tapping in with us, trying to get some ammo and stuff. We was like, yeah? Oh. Just sit back.
He's tapping in with us trying to get some ammo. So you just snitched on him right there. Why are you telling the internet that he's trying to get ammunition? That is crazy, especially in LA, where it's very restrictive with firearms. And this person is a convicted felon. So you just told on him on the internet. This is crazy, man.
Watch the show. Big U's like, Big Useless. I'm sorry. My folks, people. My fault, people. Sugar Plum calls me. Like, Kenny, he's doing all this stuff and talking about us and stuff like that. I need you to make a demonstration so I won't look weak in the streets. I said, you know what? I'm not doing it for you. My team needs a bag.
So then he goes to saying that Big U gave the order, saying, I need a demonstration. I need you to do a demonstration. Put in work. Get down for the set. Because he the big homie. And the man says, I'll do it, but not for you, because my team needs money. I need to feed my team. We hungry out here and we need money. You just implicated 3 people, one being yourself, in crimes. Now you're in jail, awaiting trial. You're locked up in the feds awaiting trial as a part of this case. Who told on you? Who told on you? No one but yourself.
What we do? Walk in the club. Yeah, like 9 of your homies. It was like 30 of us. The security moved to the side.
So then you implicated the security, saying that they weren't doing their job. So you said they just moved to the side and let it happen while you went and got that man's possessions. According to your story, he willingly gave them to you, according to your story, but yet you still are talking about things that you shouldn't be talking about on the internet and you put yourself in a jam. And people found this so entertaining. This was content for people. These are real people's lives, and you guys made this content. But we can't blame the people on the internet that made content out of it when they made content out of it themselves. So who's to blame and who's to judge?
I got this. You got this artist you pumping. You don't want this to get out. We need 50.
When I did that to Meek Mills and Rick Ross.
What'd you do to them?
You sweated them in the club?
Yeah.
Meek and Rick have no idea that Draw sent you at them.
Yeah. No, because I called Ross. I'm like, Ross,
boy, this shit getting crazy.
Drop off the 50,000 and we're going to let Meek live.
The man just said on a very popular platform that he talked to Rick Ross because Meek Mill was Rick Ross's artist and said, listen, if you don't give us 50,000, he ain't gonna live. So you threatened murder, allegedly, against this man for 50,000. You shook down Rick Ross, allegedly, for 50,000, or he was gonna kill Meek Mill. You said it for the world to hear. This is nonsense. This is crazy. You guys should be ashamed of yourselves. You guys are the most idiotic people to have ever existed within the last few years, it seems. The way that you went on the internet to go talk about your crime so freely.
He brought 52, Crenshaw, and 48.
Ross dropped off the 50,000.
He brought that money. He brought it fast. And when he brought it, I hit Big Useless and said, we on our way.
And so me and the homies, we go back. He stopped answering the phone. He stopped picking up and shit like that. And we were like, what you doing? Like 2 days later, he called me. He was like, oh, nephew, where you at? And I'm like, where my money at? And he was like, oh, I needed it for bills. I needed it for... I'm like, what? Like, cause that's some weird... And then he stopped answering the phone.
So then he continues to implicate Big U. He went to try to collect the money that Ross dropped off, but he couldn't get a hold of Big U because he was ducking him. He was avoiding his calls. So now they have an issue because you've been avoiding my calls when I did this job for you, Big U. He put it right out for the feds to go pick it up right there. And it's all in the indictment, people. Everything this man just said is in the indictment. These people are crazy. They put that on the hood. Put it on the hood that you telling, because that's exactly what you did. You just told, man.
At the end of the day, it's like it's the best outcome for him, but other people have been affected by certain situations he's done. But I don't want him to go to jail. I'd rather if we beef him, we handle this shit on the street.
The man is calling from a federal prison, talking about things that he shouldn't be talking about, saying that if we beefing, I'd rather us settle it on the streets. First and foremost, you better pray that you ever see the streets ever again in your life. Secondly, why are you saying this on a jail phone and calling into a podcast to say it live? And why is this podcast even taking your call and allowing you to say these things? Because it's all good for entertainment. We need to go viral for the clout. This is a circus, and you guys are acting like lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my. Let's not even talk about the clowns. The clowns in the circus, man. And we got another co-defendant here doing clown activity. Goes by the name of Brick Baby. This man has been a walking viral show since the beginning. He's been a walking meme. And I think he got high off of that, as well as the drugs that he takes. I think he got high off the clout as well as the drugs that he takes, because he's a known drug abuser. Definitely not a role model. But yet he goes on these platforms that allow him to go on them and he says too much. This is a clip that he put on the internet talking about putting money on another personality's head.
Yeah, man. Nigga out here in Houston, man. And six, I got a dime on Charleston Whitehead. It could be more.
I got a dime. And for those who don't understand his vernacular, he's saying he got $10,000 on Charleston White's head. Bad enough you had a problem with someone for whatever reason, but then you go as far as to go on the internet to say, I have money for anyone to take him out. You put a hit out on that man. Now, if someone actually took you up on that offer and did that, you would be charged with murder for hire. You're not getting charged with that, but that is still a threat against another human being. You put a hit out, and I'm pretty sure the feds loved that video. They probably liked it and shared it. Said, look at this idiot. He's just making it real easy for us. He thinks he's being entertaining. Boy, he doesn't know we're building a case on him. This dude is not in sound mind. And I don't think he's ever been in sound mind at all while he's been on the internet. And it shows. Here goes another clip.
Hey, nigga, I got more murders than you got squabbles, bitch. In the hood, nigga. Dead homies, nigga. Yeah. Yeah, nigga. Nigga got more skulls than you got squabbles in the set, bitch. On the hood, nigga. Before, hey,
I got more murders than you got squabbles. So he is admitting to be a mass murderer. Isn't that crazy, y'all? What person in their sound mind would admit that? Especially if you have not been convicted for those particular crimes. Why would you admit that? Is there a statute of limitation on murder? But for you to go and say that on the internet makes you one of the biggest clowns of the clown show. And again, it's all peacocking, a lot of posturing. Nobody really believes him. Nobody really believes that he's done all these things because there's no way a free man can be out here committing all these crimes unless he's working, which has been a rumor. Who knows the truth? Well, all I know is that all of this could have been avoided if you weren't so loose-lipped. Loose lips sinks ships. It's something that we heard all growing up, but no one takes heed to it. Why is that? Because these people chase a drug stronger than cocaine. It's called clout. These people love the clout. They'll do anything for the clout, even hang themselves. These people are stupid and they deserve to get what they get. I do not feel sorry for them at all. I think they deserve the punishment that they'll be getting because they went online and did it to themselves. All day, every day, they say and do stupid things that put them in the predicament. And it's not just them. There's a ton of people out there doing dumb things for the internet, for some claim to fame. And I don't only blame them. I blame society for making these people famous, for championing these people. And I blame our government for not giving us better opportunities, better ways to earn a proper living that we can take care of our families. Because if a lot of us were able to get these jobs, take care of our families, then we probably would not need to search for clout on the internet to try to make some type of money. If we all had livable wages, if everything was at the cost of living for real, maybe we wouldn't have to seek other mediums to try to get some type of fame to get money. Yet we have companies in this country that continuously outsource jobs because they don't want to pay. what we deserve, and we allow it. The government allows it. But in the meantime, let's continue to see some more of this self-snitching behavior.
One thing only that was derogatory that I said. Did I or did I not?
Speak on it.
On 6-0 Crib. Everybody else, like, it's cool. Like, all this shit, it was a Monday show. It was a show yesterday. I love you, Adam. I'm not tripping off of you. It ain't nothing like that, cuz the nigga frustrated right now, bro.
He said on 6-0 Crib, letting you know where he from. And then he's talking about, I love you, Adam. While you on Adam's platform, why is this video still out? Why can't I still access this video? Why is this video out? Because it got you so many views of them clipping it up to the point that they make money off of it, and they think it's funny and hilarious that you're putting yourself in a situation for you to get locked up while we free making money. Put that on Snitch. Oh, but y'all don't see that.
Because y'all digging shit. If a nigga say he ain't gonna watch it, a nigga ain't gonna watch it. And the nigga who leak it is fuck a nigga forever. And any nigga that ride with cuz on the dead homies, it is what it is, nigga. On 6-0 Crip, nigga. And me and cuz crash you niggas together. Or nigga, by myself, nigga, on the dead homies. Wherever niggas want to meet, nigga, I don't give a fuck about no HK Turtle. I'm gonna give you your shout out today, cuz. On the dead homies, nigga. On 6-0 Crip, cuz you a cop, nigga.
How ironic. You're sitting on this platform calling other people's names while you're crashing out, calling them a cop. Who's telling on who right now? Seems like you're doing it. Why are you talking about anybody right now? Why are you doing this? If you have issues with anybody, and for context, he's speaking about people from a neighboring neighborhood that they're allied with, that he had some issues with, right? He's talking about them, and he doesn't know how to deal with it behind the scenes, so he's bringing it to the internet. Probably because he's high, but instead of getting high, maybe he should have got low and kept his mouth shut. Bars. Again, you people talk too damn much, but yet you want to condemn people for snitching when you're doing the most snitching yourselves.
You the police, nigga. You reach it. You want, nigga, you doing interviews with Alex Alonso, this, that, that, trying to get your shit off the ground. On the dead homies, you got the address, nigga. To right here, right now, like y'all pulled up the last time, nigga. Niggas pull up.
Doesn't it sound like he was about to cry right there? Oh, at least he got the address. He is so emotional. His feminine side is coming in. And also, he must be scared. Scared of the actual drama that he's trying to bring. Because he's been talking and posturing for so long on the internet that he has to do this to make it seem some type of way. Because if he doesn't, then people will call him weak. It's that pride, and pride comes before the fall. A lot of this could have been dealt with behind the scenes, off the internet, but you chose to bring it here. And now you are where you are because of it.
On the dead homies pull up, nigga. On 6-0, because ain't no 40s coming to the 60s pushing no issues. Nigga, on rolling 60s, nigga. Ain't near 40 coming to the 60s, nigga, with no type of drama, nigga. On SC, nigga. Only 40 come through that motherfucker is Pee Wee and Lil Vernon, nigga. Dead homies, nigga.
So not only did he just diss a tribe that he's allied with, but then he proceeds to mention names of people that he says are cool to come to his community while alienating the rest of that tribe. Does this sound like someone who's in their sound mind? Does this sound like an intelligent person? If you say yes, maybe you need to go check your mind too. Maybe you need to go do an assessment to see how smart you are. But yet, he has to crash out, needs to go viral, have a viral moment, keep my name buzzing. That clout cane, man. That clout cane is a hell of a drug, man.
If you niggas got underlying conditions, nigga, hate the hood, nigga, on West Side Roller, say that, nigga. On the dead homies, because y'all know what it is, nigga. And a nigga play ball. Bitch, the only reason I ain't come outside kill one of you niggas, cause I was in front of these white niggas.
So then he proceeds to say, I know how to behave, massa. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't kill them. But the fact that you got energy for people that look like you, that you are saying that you would have killed them, that is crazy and madness. I don't believe that you would have did it, but the fact that you felt comfortable enough to say it on the internet for millions of people to see is ridiculous. And the fact that you had to say that you wouldn't do it because you had to behave for massa, these white people, as you call them, is even crazier, which makes you a buffoon, a baboon, and other things. You dance and parade around for other people. You want to look good. You want to put on a show. You are a clown behaving like a baboon, and it's entertaining to all the people watching you as you put yourself in peril and jeopardy. But that's the crazy thing. You people don't think. There are consequences for your actions, for the things that you say. There are consequences, but you feel that you don't have to face them. You're facing them now.
Dead homies, nigga. Me and the homies would have crashed, nigga. On 6-0, nigga, I don't give a fuck about none of that, nigga. Shout out Devil Donut, nigga, in my real 40s, cuz. These niggas 68ers, though, nigga. On 6-0, and this my homeboy, nigga. On the hood. And whatever me and my homeboy gotta go through, nigga, to clear what we gotta clear, nigga, on 6-0, he gonna always be my homeboy, nigga. It don't matter whatever it is, nigga. But the energy that, nigga, from now on, nigga, keep on running content on my name, nigga. I'm putting Kill Squad in the street.
So you're sending threats on the internet, my boy. How did you not expect to be where you are? Or rather, how did you expect not to be where you are? Because you are doing it to yourself, and you did it to yourself.
Nigga, on 6-0, y'all forgot I had chili, nigga. Nigga, on 6-0, nigga.
Y'all forgot I had chili. So he's putting Kill Squad in the streets because he has chili. So he's alluding to the fact that he has money to get people harmed. Why are you saying things like this? These people are watching everything. They're taking notes, and they're just waiting for you to slip up enough so that they come and get you. And guess what? Gotcha, bitch. They got you, bitch. And they're going to do everything they can to keep you, bitch. But you did it to your damn self. And the only people that should feel sorry for you is your family, your loved ones. But the majority of people shouldn't. And we should also be judging your family and loved ones as well for the ones that seen this type of behavior and did nothing to intervene. They enabled it because they're just as culpable as well. Now let's go to another person that's involved, a person that is on the opposing side of this case, a person that's an instigator, an antagonist. His name is 600. Let's hear what he has to say.
Now the rapper's out the hat. He's a rat, Obi. Big user snitch, rat, call it what you want. He made a statement on Eddie Boy. He got down on Eddie Boy, you know what I'm saying? This nigga been harboring rats for years, nigga. Let's read it. Deputy Hardman testified on direct examination that shortly after he arrested David Austin is Big U, you know what I'm saying? He went to jail under this name, you know what I'm saying? This was his AKA, you know what I'm saying? He had a fake ID to this name, you know what I'm saying? This is where he went. This is listed as his AKA, you know what I'm saying? Some of y'all talking about, what are you talking about? He testified, the Department Hardman testified on direct examination that shortly after he arrested Austin, but before he gave him his Miranda warnings, Austin made a spontaneous statement. I should have never gone to work for Eddie Wagner.
That is crazy. So you try to put out there that this man was a snitch to the world while you're snitching to the world. You're telling. And you can't say it was public information because not too many people knew it before you put it out there. I don't know what world we live in where people feel like I'm going to go on the internet and go say these things to incriminate myself or other individuals. But he elaborates.
The only one had everybody spooked. Yeah. I single-handedly took down Big U. His whole name is over with because of me. My whole hood know he's a rat. Paperwork been out 30 years ago. Niggas were scared to speak on that 30 years ago. I shut that down. on the forefront by myself. Nigga, you's a rat, you's a buster, nigga, come do something about it, nigga. And expose the paperwork, nigga, you's a rat, nigga. While the whole motherfucking city knew Cub was a rat, was scared to speak on it. Niggas had fake excuses. Oh, oh, that's Westside business. That's 6-0 business. Nah, nigga, you's a rat, nigga. You know the nigga's a rat, nigga. Told 30 years ago, nigga. Nigga, and for all the homies who knew about that, nigga, you niggas is busters too for not saying that, nigga. That nigga's a rat, nigga. And that's why that nigga mad, because he been exposed. He can't run a fake game on nobody no more. Act like you tough. He's fake boogeyman. You got beat up outside the club, nigga. You got dragged outside the club because you couldn't get in the club. You ain't know nobody. You ain't had no table. You ain't had nothing, nigga.
Very interesting. So he admits that his agenda was to take him down. That sounds like hate for self. He has to hate himself enough to want to see bad for another man. He has to hate himself enough to want to see another man doing bad. Because if he loved himself, he would have loved his brother and want to see good for his brother and helps his brother in times of need. Instead, he went on the internet to expose his brother, to slander his brother, to be a talebearer against his brother. Even if his brother was committing sin, which he allegedly was, your first action should not be to go on the internet to tell the world about it. Your first action should have been to address your brother and handle it with your brother. But these people don't love themselves. They lack moral compasses. Everyone involved in this situation lacks a moral compass as well as common sense. They lack all the above, which is why it's so easy for them to go on the internet and run their mouths like little girls and children and say things that should not be said. Where are their parents, or where were their parents? Who raised them? I feel ashamed for the parents that are in those neighborhoods that allow these people to raise their children. You should have had better control in your household, because if these people are their role models, your children are doomed, and we can't allow them to continue to raise our children, lest the society fall and crumble. But you people like destruction. You people like ignorance. You people like to see others downtrodden because you're downtrodden yourself, and that's the problem.
Rest in peace, Rayshawn Williams, aspiring football player, young football player. I would say he lost his life, but his life was taken away from him. Now, this dude was living with Big U, living with Big U, went to Crenshaw High School. I remember I met him a few times at Big U's house. And, just out of nowhere, he comes up missing.
We all can read between the lines. We know exactly what he's saying. And you know who knew exactly what was being said there? The federal government, because it's in the paperwork. This is one of the murders, or the murder, that Big U is accused of allegedly committing or being involved in. And this is being said before he's even indicted.
Bullet wounds, pronounced dead at the scene, body left in the desert. Now y'all remember a few years ago when Brick Baby said they tied Big U to the young nigga that they found in Vegas.
Not only did you have to mention Big U's name, then you mentioned Brick Baby, the one who talks a little bit too much. You decided to mention his name too. Big U wasn't enough, implicating him as well. This is hatred at its finest, and not only hatred for them, hatred for yourself. Because again, like I said, if you love yourself, you wouldn't be doing this, but you're doing it because you hate yourself. You hate the person that you become. You can try to put on a facade, but there's no way that you can love yourself and you're doing this to other people that look just like you, that come from the same community as you, that had the same struggles as you. But for you to do that, you hate yourself. To go and tell on people, because that's exactly what you're doing. You hate yourself, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
Now, I really forgot about this, right? I never really knew nothing about it, and now it's all come together. Brick Baby, what young nigga in Vegas that they found in the desert, were you referring to when you said that they tied Big U to a young nigga in Vegas? You know what I'm saying? Now, I want to send a special request out to his mother and the family to contact me. You know, if you need anything.
I can see through it. You're fishing for more information so you can go and expose, because you are part of the exposers. The exposers. You go out and expose people and their paperwork and say that they're all bad because they don't live up to some false code of the streets. It's nonsense. It's bullshit. And you people are full of bullshit. You people are full of bullshit. And the people who align themselves with this are full of bullshit. This is why I have no love or respect for gang banging in 2025. If you gang banging in 2025, you should go away, because it has proven over the years to do nothing but destroy communities, destroy families, destroy individuals. But yet you do it every day and you put that on your dead homies. But I guarantee you, those same dead homies would do anything to be alive. I guarantee you, those same dead homies would have dropped out if it meant to keeping their lives and keeping their mama and their family happy that they're still here. Put that on the dead homies. You people are dumb and foolish. And this is what grinds my gears. This is what makes me angry, is that you have the lack of common sense to see that this is a destruction that you're causing upon yourselves. Drop the flags and pick up a book. But this all for self mentality has destroyed us, and it will continue to destroy us.
And here you go. Because you know when I tell you I got it, I got it. You're going to read this shit, and you're going to see the whole Sue Surf indictment. You familiar with it. It's in German.
For those who don't know, Sue Surf, a well-renowned battle rapper and also a member of the New Jersey chapter of the Rolling 60s Crips.
I want you to
You're
look
saying
at...
Big U is in this indictment? I ain't think I see the whole thing.
Nigga, that's what I've been saying, you weirdo. You don't hear me. Number 4, look at it.
All right, I got it right now. Here we go.
Number 4, go to D.
Instagram user ID Big U, believed to be Eugene Henley. Target account number 4.
Now, if you roll down, it says he's the gang leader. He's providing guns and drugs. He's in the whole indictment. This is, look at the year, nigga.
This clip is saying that Big U was already involved in these criminal activities in other states. But yet, for some reason, they left them on the street. Why? Because this indictment happened before the Big U indictment. Again, this indictment happened before the Big U indictment, which WAC 100 is going to outline for DJ Academics.
Look at the fucking year. What year is that stamp?
The year, let me see.
Go to the bottom.
Yo, Wack, how you even got that? I ain't even got this shit.
This is 2021, April 8th.
This is craziness. Big U is known as a gang leader, yet, for whatever reason, they don't take him in at that time. But now, they definitely got him. And if he's found guilty, they'll keep him for the rest of his life. If he's found guilty of these allegations, he will spend the rest of his days in prison, rotting. So I know you guys are tired of hearing about this. And as you should, I am too. I just wanted to put this out there because this is something that's so serious and it grinds my gears. It boils my blood. It makes me so angry. It makes me angry that these people cause destruction amongst each other and their community. It makes me angry that they want to exploit each other. It makes me angry that not only are they committing these crimes, but then they go on the internet and talk about it like fucking idiots. But we're going to move on to our final segment of this episode, entitled
Goofy of the Week.
This week's Goofy of the Week goes to none other than the man that allowed a lot of this information to go out on the internet on their own platform. He goes by the name of Adam 22. Adam 22 and no jumper. For some reason, Adam 22 has amassed a huge following, millions of subscribers, millions of views a month, a lot of clicks and engagement, and a lot of his content lately that goes viral has to do with controversy. And a lot of the people involved in that controversy are of a certain ilk, and many of them are in gangs. Sounds like a coincidence? I think it's planned. I think he really targets these individuals that are a part of these particular gangs, encourages them to come on his platform and tells these stories, spark controversy by asking them silly questions, hoping that they'll bite so he can go viral. He's also responsible for inciting beefs among other people, individuals, and gang members. But yet you people still give him an audience. The man has platformed gang members, junkies, pimps, and white supremacists, just to name a few. And you continue to consume the garbage that he puts out. He incites beef among members of the Black and brown community, all while failing to take accountability for his actions. Every time something happens on his platform, there is an excuse. He incites beef with his former co-host because it is controversial. But then when the beef hits the streets, he waves the white flag. I'm talking about the Fig Community World guys. You don't believe me? Ask Desto Dubs. And then Adam 22 waved the white flag. Wave the white flag to then turn around and go and talk shit again because he's a piece of shit. He's nothing but a piece of shit that exploits people for his own profiting gain. And he's a porn peddler. He peddles smut. He is no one to be followed. He is no one to be idolized. He is no one to be supported. But yet you people turn around and support him every single day. Why is that? Because you people are sick in your damn heads yourself. Why would you want to support and line the pockets and make someone rich that does not care about you and your well-being and your community or nothing you got going on? All they care about is the bottom line, the almighty dollar. Let's not even mention the allegations that he has on him. These are things that are out there and no one holds him accountable. Yet you have people out there that continuously defend him. And it's nasty. It's disgusting because he's disgusting. He is a low-life piece of garbage that does not deserve to be in the position that he's in, especially to be the biggest platform within LA. He's not even from there. LA, I thought you guys supported your own. Why isn't people like Figmunity, why aren't they the number one platform right now? Why is Adam 22 still the number one platform in LA? And why does he have a say in hip hop culture? You people run and gravitate to his platform like flies on shit because you have a syndrome. You have a complex, and it might be incurable at this moment. He is nothing and no one to be revered. He is to be despised. He is detestable. He is low. He is beyond and beneath scum and deserves nothing in this world because he gives us nothing. I don't care if you say that he gives platforms to people, gives people jobs, whatever. Paying people pennies to make you millions does not give you a right to exploit our communities, our people. It does not give you a right to peddle smut. It doesn't give you the right to exist in any culture, let alone the hip hop culture. And until you people do something that means something, like getting rid of Adam 22 and people just like him, you're just as culpable. You're just as filthy. You're just as low. I don't care what anybody has to say in his defense. I'm not hearing it. I've seen enough and I've heard enough to come to my own conclusion and make my own decisions in regard to who he is, which is nothing. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a nobody podcaster, right? Just an angry man talking about what grinds my gears, what boils my blood, and what makes me angry. And this makes me angry. But that concludes today's episode. And I'll leave you guys with this. From here, far, wide, to and fro, what do I know? That's just how the game goes. I am out. Love you guys, and I'll see you during our next episode. Love you.
Hey. Let me talk to him real quick. Hey.
Good job, Jabari. Good job, Jabari.
Can't go to the left, can't go to the right. All we know is up, so you know my future right. These words that I recite, I'm not trying to be polite. These niggas Twitter tight, but we don't believe the hype. Bitch, I'm down the slide, put that dick up in your life. I got murder on my mind, niggas talking homicide. Bitch, I'm with my slime, and you know we certified. So don't you try, that's just how the game goes. Yeah, you sliding with your cable, but we ain't saving these hoes. No, that's just how the game goes. Hey, tell them, that's just how the game goes. Yeah, you sliding with your cable, still ain't saving these hoes. No, that's just how the game goes. We tell them, look, okay, move it to the left, baby, move it to the right. Do that thing up, baby, show me what it's like. She ain't gonna tell, baby, she just wanna ride. She done got so wet, baby, let me see you slide, make it clap. Shawty, work that back, baby, go get the strap. Tell them, spit up, why you do it like that? Make it clap. Shawty, work that back, baby, stash, look. I tell them, that's just how the game goes. Yeah, you sliding with your cable, but we ain't saving these hoes. No, that's just how the game goes. Hey, tell them, that's just how the game goes. Yeah, you sliding with your cable, still ain't saving these hoes. No, that's just how the game goes. Talking, tripping, we can't let it slide. That pressure get applied. I'm just telling you my life. I'm about to get the bag and now they keep hitting my line. But everything is good and I'm still hitting that decline. Fuck all your emojis, I be ghosting, no reply. Reminiscing in my feelings, wanna see my sister smile. My mama lost a child, I've been holding this shit inside. But now we glowing global, so I'm vocally inspired. Got the sad, R&B and trap, run it up, baby. Oh, you know we got the bag. Big step, we taking racks. Play, we get you clap. That's a fact, don't do no cap. And can't tolerate no rats. That's just how the game goes. Yeah, you sliding with your cable, but we ain't saving these hoes. No, that's just how the game goes. Hey, tell them, that's just how the game goes. You sliding with your cable, still ain't saving these hoes. No, that's just how the game goes.